Hello, Debu here. I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial for setting up Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on Dolphin, specifically for speedrunning. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the SRC page, speedrun.com/SA2B, and we're going to join the Discord. So here we are. We're joining the Discord server. Hello, Onvar. Once we are in the Discord server, we are going to search. We're going to go. I always do this wrong. And we're going to search in resources. Or you could just scroll through resources if you want. And in resources, we're going to search Dolphin. And we're going to find a post from me right here, legal Dolphin version for SA2 speedrunning. This will take us to a set of rules and the version of Dolphin we will be downloading to speedrun SA2. So first thing we will do is we'll download this. Bingo bango. Dolphin. Once we have that, we're just going to download a couple other files real quick while we're here. We're going to go to Discord. And we're also going to download the GC emulator auto splitter file. This is going to take us to a GitHub page. Labris made this awesome timer for us. We're going to go to the beta 2 and we're going to download this WSM file. And that's just for later. And we're also going to go and to live split. We're going to download live split. That's going to get us our timer. And after that, we're going to download some splits. So we're going to go back to the SA2 server. We're going to go to SA2speedrun.com page. And we're going to go to resources. And we're going to go down here to our splits. I would download Dark Story splits because I like to play Dark Story. So once we have all that stuff, we're going to extract all of it. And we're going to get ourselves ready. So I already have all that extracted, so I'm just going to go into my emulator here, and I'm going to turn it on. So right here I have Dolphin. Make sure you have the right version, 5.0, right here. And if your games don't show up here, you're just going to want to go to config, path, and then you're going to want to add your path where you want your games to go. This is important because of one of the settings we'll have to change. So while we're here, we're just going to go through our KD4 checklist. So make sure you have the right version of SA2. I won't show you how to get SA2 or anything like that, but you should just make sure you get a copy of SA2. Make sure it's the NTSC version. Make sure you're using the right version of Dolphin, which we would be if we downloaded this link. We'll have to make sure the title bar is showing in our video and our frame rate must be visible as well. I'll show you how to do this once we're in OBS later. Emulator must run at full speed. That's just making sure that the game runs correctly on your computer. And then this is the step which will require us to right click on SA2. So we'll right click on SA2, we'll go to properties, and we will make sure that the speed up disk transfer rate is not checked. Next step we will have to do is we will have to put this to 100%. So we'll go to this, we will go to advanced, make sure that's at 100. A lot of these are recommended settings, so you won't have to do anything. And then we will also have to do our CPU emulation engine. We'll just have to make sure that's at these settings here. Again, these are the recommended settings, so you shouldn't have to do much. Then we're going to have to go into our graphics settings, go to hacks, and also make sure that this is not clicked on as well. So once you have all that done, that's everything we actually need to do in the settings for Dolphin. We just make sure that you're not using cheat engine, and using save states to reset your run is not allowed because you will be keeping the same RNG. We need to be resetting RNG. So you will have to manually delete your file, start a file, and start your run. That will be required to be in your video as well. Yeah. So now we will have the game, we'll have the settings that we want, and then you just need to know how to display the game and how to use the timer. So we'll load our game up here. So you can see we have our game here and we have our bar up here. In OBS, the way to get that bar to show is you'll go to window capture and you will click your game. Your game, which is right here. And right now you're not going to be able to see anything I'm doing because the game's huge. So let me see how I can fix that. I can put the display capture there. So, all right, so we can see what I'm doing here. We're going to go back to our window capture. We're going to click our game here. And then we're going to make sure we get it showing. And then the thing that you're going to have to click to make sure it makes the bar show is you're going to unclick client area. Once you unclick client area, the bar will show at the top here, and you'll be able to capture this and make your run legal. So I'm just going to exit out of this, delete that, and move on to the next part of this. So now once we have the game, we will need to get the timer running. So I'm going to load live split. For me, I already have this set up, but so yours will just be a timer when you set it. And then you're going to open splits. So you're going to open split from file, and you're going to click your file. For me, it's going to be Dark Story. And once you have that, you're then going to go to edit splits. You're going to make sure your game is correct. You're going to make sure your category is correct. And you got to make sure your game is correct even to this colon here. Loadless and auto splitting available. So this is not going to apply to us. This only applies to the PC version of the game. So we will keep this deactivated. After we have that set up, we're going to go to edit layout, and we're going to add an auto splitting runtime. So that's going to be add. You're going to go to control, and you're going to go to auto split runtime. Once you click that, which now I have a second one, not that that matters, you're going to go double click that, and then you're going to browse for that WSM file I had you guys download from GitHub earlier. Once that is in there, you should be good to actually start using the timer. Now, unlike the timer for the PC version of the game, it will not actually be automatic. So once I'm here on the menu, I will actually have to start my timer. So I'll start it right now, and then I will start my game. The way you'll know that it's working is you'll see this like weird sort of glitchy timer here. That's a good thing. You'll start your game. And then your timer should start when you enter the level. So entering Iron Gate, and your timer will start. And just like the loadless timer, this will continue when you're paused and whatnot. And the only differences that you'll have to make sure of is once I finish Iron Gate, you will have to split manually yourself. So let's say I finished Iron Gate, I'd split, and the timer would just continue going. You could also just not split, and your final time will be correct at the end, but it's nice to see your splits. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need for speedrunning. Something you might have to do is get your controller set up. If you need to do that, you would just need to go to these controller settings. And Katie4 has a really good video on how to actually calibrate this stuff. So I'll put that in my description. And with all of those resources, I hope that you can start speedrunning Sonic Adventure 2 on Dolphin.